Right, the 2026 FIFA World Cup is set to begin today, and the D-Day is here with us. And today, history is going to be made as Mexico becomes the first country in the world to have ever hosted three World Cup tournaments. They hosted the first edition in 1970 and, of course, in 1986. And this year in 2026, they are one of the co-hosts alongside the United States of America and, of course, Canada. We are previewing the game which comes off today as the El Tricolor of Mexico plays against the Bafana Bafana of South Africa. If we're going to remember 16 years ago, these two sides gave us an opening day game at the Soccer City Stadium in Johannesburg when Sifiwe Shabalala scored the first goal of the game. And of course, Rafael Marquez, former defender of Barcelona, scored that equalizer for the Mexicans. Today's game is going to be an intense one. And of course, having two experienced coaches on the sidelines, Javier Aguirre was the coach of the El Tricolor of Mexico when they played against Bafana Bafana of South Africa in 2010. And tonight, he's going to be the man on the touchline again. Hugo Bruce is going to be the man on the touchline of the Bafana Bafana. How are both sides going to shape up? And of course, for Mexico, they're going to be having an experienced goalkeeper in the shape of Guillermo Ochoa, who is set to appear at his sixth World Cup tournament from Germany 2006, 2010 in South Africa, 2014 in Brazil, 2018 Russia, 2022 in then Qatar, and of course 2026 is going to be around. The likes of Edison Alvarez, the captain, former West Ham United midfielder, is going to be around. Raul Jimenez, former striker of Fulham, who just recently joined Wolverhampton Wanderers. The likes of Gallardo, Ezekiel, and then Rafael Quinones are going to be around. How are the Mexicans going to pin the South Africans? For me, I see the South African team shaping up in probably a 4-2-3-1 formation, having the likes of goalkeeper Rowan Williams, Uliso Mudau, Obre Modiba. I don't know whether between CBC or Ime Ekon, who is going to partner Bezekeli Mbukazi at the back line with Tebo Mukwena, and then of course, you're going to be having the likes of Ida Talente Mbata, of course, Sitole partnering Tebo Mukwena. I see Moremi and of course Oswin Apolis on the sidelines with Lyle Foster and probably Temba Zwanin playing just behind me. How are the Mexicans also going to shape up? The likes of Raul Jimenez leading the likes of Rafael Gallardo, Quinones, the likes of Edison Alvarez. But I think it's going to be a tricky one. One thing is in the history of the World Cup, in opening games, you hardly see a goalless draw result. It has only happened only on four occasions: 1966, 1970, 1974, and 1978. 1978 between West Germany and Poland was the last time we had a FIFA World Cup opening game without a goal being scored. In every World Cup opening game, you see a goal being scored. The last World Cup in Qatar, you saw Ecuador beating Qatar by 2 goals to nil. In Russia 2018, you saw Russia winning against Saudi Arabia. Of course, in 2014, Brazil beat Croatia by 3 goals to 1. We all remember what happened in 2010 in South Africa when it ended in a 1-1 draw. In 2006 in Germany, we saw Germany beating Costa Rica by 4 goals to 2. And of course, at Japan Korea in 2002, we saw the late Pape Bouba Diop scoring the only goal of the game when the Teranga Lions of Senegal defeated the Les Bleus of France. So you hardly see a goalless draw in the history of the opening game of the FIFA World Cup. For me, in predicting, I'm going to likely go by probably a 2-0 or 2-1 win for the El Tricolor of Mexico in the opening game of the 2026 FIFA World Cup, which commences tonight at Estadio Azteca in Mexico City as the 2026 FIFA World Cup officially commences.